Hi everyone, welcome to the first lecture of the Build Facebook Messenger app. In this lecture, we'll briefly go over the main tool for building iOS apps, which is Xcode. It's an integrated development environment provided by Apple. Xcode provides everything you need to kickstart your app development, and it can be downloaded for free from the App Store. So let's now go ahead to download it and install it, and once it's done, let's open it. Because we'll build a new project, let's choose Create a New Xcode Project from this menu. Xcode shows various project templates for selection. Single View Application Template is the most common for creating an iOS app from scratch. This brings us to the next screen to fill in all the necessary options for the project, so that Apple can distinguish your app from others if you publish it. Organization name is the name of your organization, but you can use your name if you're not building an app for your organization. Organization identifier is the domain name. The common practice is to use your company website's domain name. Language is Swift, and uncheck the last three options. Xcode then asks you where to save the app. Just pick any folder on your Mac and you can check or uncheck the option for source control. Check it if you want to use Git for version control. Git is a version control system which kind of helps you keep track of your progress. Here's our project. So let's take a brief Xcode tour. On the left is the navigator area, which shows the project structure. On the top of this area are some tabs that provide different ways for navigating your project. If you click on a file on the left, you will see the file content, which is its source code in this case. Until now, we haven't written a single line of code. Even so, you can run your app using the simulator. Xcode provides different options for the simulator. We'll see here is the list of available simulators, such as iPhone XS Max, iPhone X, and so on. So let's try to run the project on the iPhone XS Max simulator. We should see a white screen with nothing inside. That's normal. So far, we haven't designed the user interface or written any lines of code. This is why the simulator shows a blank screen. Alright, we now have a basic idea of the Xcode development environment. Let's move on and design the user interface of the app. Select main.storyboard in the left-hand side. Xcode then brings up a visual editor for storyboards known as Interface Builder. It provides us a visual way to create and design an app's UI. Basically, we have three areas, and if your screen is too small and you don't want to work on all three areas, you can hide some of them. For example, to hide this utility area, you can click the rightmost button here, or hide the navigator area. The middle one hides and shows the debug area. We'll talk about this later. Since we choose to use the single view application template during project creation, it generates a default view controller in this storyboard. Alright, let's select the default controller. The document outline editor will show us an overview of all scenes or all view controllers and the objects under it. The outline view is very useful when we want to select a particular object in the storyboard. A view controller is designed to manage its associated view and subviews. Views are the basic building blocks for creating user interface. Now, we're going to design this view. You don't need to write code to customize a UI control. Simply click the Attributes Inspector under the utility area. You'll be able to access the properties of the view. Here you can change the font, text color, or background color, etc. Let's hold Command R to run the app and see. Very good. Okay, back to our storyboard. If you click on the next button, you'll see the Size Inspector. That shows all information about the size and constraints of objects. Finally, the rightmost button will take us to the Connections Inspector. It's used for handling connections between objects and code. Alright, during the rest of the lecture, we'll talk about storyboards. Storyboards are great for laying out the app UI visually. By default, Xcode generates a storyboard file called main.storyboard. In a project, we can use multiple storyboards, then link them up into a big unified storyboard. Okay, let's try to create a new one instead of using the default storyboard. Hold Command N. Or to File, New File to create a new file. Then choose the storyboard template. Name it welcome.storyboard. Let's select the project under Project Navigator. Then select Welcome Storyboard for the main interface. We now can delete the default storyboard, because we'll use Welcome Storyboard as the initial storyboard. Alright. When we deleted the default storyboard, we actually deleted the UI view controller that comes with it. We needed to display content, so on the object library, let's drag a UI view controller into the storyboard. For now, let's run the app and see. Alright, we should see a black screen. And it comes with errors. There's no entry point, so the system can't create a view controller object for us. So choose the UI view controller and go to its attribute inspector. Then make it the initial view controller by checking this box. Alright, we still have an error. It says the view controller is unreachable. Okay, we can run the app without any problems with this warning, but we also can get rid of the error right now by connecting the UI view controller to the view controller class file. So that in the future we can customize the controller by writing code in this file. All right, let's open our storyboard. Select our view controller, then go to Identify Inspector under Custom Class, fill in View Controller. All right, let's build the app. The warning will disappear. Fantastic. All right, next time we'll start building our welcome scene. See you then.